A good win in his quarter-final against Nurbek Orobai of Kazakhstan. A tight one against Christian Nikolov of Bulgaria. And a relatively comfortable one against Kaan Aykutsan of Turkey. And the crowd just coming alive as he walks to the corner, the red corner, away to our right-hand side. He's a good fighter, well set up, good balance. Picks his punches pretty well, but likes to step in and let them go. Gonzales has been in some brilliant fights in this competition, particularly against Odiljon Aslonov of Uzbekistan. He looked to me like he might be in a bit of trouble in that fight. He got a standing count towards the end of the first round, and then in the second, he just chose to step to Aslonov and have it at close range. And I said at the time I thought it was a mistake, because Aslonov is bull-like, dips over, looks to throw big hooks on the inside, really strong. But Gonzales took it up close and personal and beat him, and then got the win against Ömerbek Bekzigit. Both of these two national champions, Gonzales having to get over the disappointment of winning the US National Olympic Trials and then not even getting the chance to try and box and qualify for the Olympic Games. At 25 years old, that would have been a bitter, bitter pill to swallow, but he's rebounding in style here. He's got good speed, good athleticism. Can pop that jab up from the waist, moving around the centre of the ring. I think he probably will look to keep Mironchikov moving and turning, because that's not the kind of fight that he would really want. And Mironchikov, I think, will have to be quite patient here. Although, as I say, Gonzales could decide that he's going to stand there and trade, because we've seen him do that as well. So there goes the bell. Mironchikov, Serbia in the red. Gonzales, USA in the blue. He's got good reactions, Gonzales, and he's just poised on the edge of range there, just waiting for an opportunity to throw that jab, and right on cue. He just pops it up from the waist, and Mironchikov edging in. We'll try not to get caught with that jab too much, because apart from the fact that it's a scoring punch, it takes his attack away. He's trying to set something up here, Mironchikov, just kind of waving that lead hand in front of Gonzales's face, then took the feet in and looked for the 1-2, but he was short with it. I think he's going to have to really commit with his feet here, Mironchikov, to get close enough up to Gonzales to land. One thing you notice about Gonzales, or that I've noticed, he does have great reactions, but he can tend to pull back with his chin quite high. No one's managed to hit him on it yet. Gonzales stepped in there and let the right hand go. Mironchikov just posturing on the borderline of range, and when they get to that kind of tipping point where somebody really has to throw, generally speaking, it's been Gonzales who's done that at the moment, and Mironchikov falling short, Gonzales coming back. There was a lot of applause for that from Mironchikov. I couldn't quite work out why. Right hand from Gonzales, who's just been a little bit sharper and a little bit quicker so far. Kind of cuffing left hand there from Gonzales. Mironchikov, again, just creeping in. And that right hand is cocked and ready into the final minute. Gonzales short with his 1-2 there. Mironchikov with the jab, but then the lead hand came back from Gonzales straight away. Left hand, I think, from Mironchikov, probably did get there that time. Gonzales dipping to his left. I think there was a clash of heads, and it's just a little bit of marking up. It's nothing major. I think that's actually a wound that might have existed from a previous fight. That's better from Mironchikov. Landed the jab that time, followed it up with a right into the final few seconds of round one. He's had a couple of successes towards the end of the round there, the Serbian fighter. On balance, I would say that the the blue corner, and a few words exchanged there. On balance, I would say USA had the better of that, but if you listen to the crowd, it's the red corner.
Well, not that I'm listening to the crowd because I'm wearing headphones like you are, but I tend to think it's the other way. And I think from around the minute mark to go, this man, Mironchikov, began to find his range. And that's maybe why he's taking it on a 4-1 split, because the punches that he landed were heavy and crisp. There was a left-right, left hook combination. And then after they resumed after the clash of heads, that saw Gonzales feeling his head. Well, again, it was more eye-catching work from Mironchikov. And after that, he managed the closing stages of the round. There were only a few seconds left, but he disengaged. So the last clean scoring action we saw was that. And that's when he disengaged and got on his bike, just leaving clear impressions in the mind of the judges of some terrific punch picking in the second half or maybe final third of that opening round.
So 4-1 split in favor of Mironchikov of Serbia. At the end of that first round, Gonzales knows that he'll have to step to him and try and up it in this second 3 minutes. Gonzales blue, Mironchikov red. Stepping in there, Gonzales with his 1-2, but as I say, he can tend to carry that chin quite high, and the right hand came back there from Mironchikov. What I've learned about Gonzales over the last 2 weeks is that he's got a lot of bottle, a lot of spirit, so even if this gets tough and it looks like it's going against him, you absolutely cannot rule it out that he can turn it around. Jab got there from Gonzales. The right hand I don't think did. The heads almost come together on the inside there. He just dabs at his nose, has a look up at himself on the big screen in the corner. Closing in with the 1-2 there, Mironchikov. It wasn't clean. There's that standoff again, just on the borderline. Somebody has got to blink first there. Mironchikov through that right. Leading off with the hook. Gonzales attempting the 1-2, heading towards the final minute of round 2. Gonzales dropping that first round on a 4-1 split. Left to the body from Gonzales. Mironchikov was looking for that right. Maybe landed the right as he was sliding off to his right there. Certainly landed that one, Mironchikov. Gonzales trying to work up close, didn't really have space into the final minute of round 2. Gonzales needs this second round, and I think he needs a good finish here if he's going to get it. Right hand on the inside there from Mironchikov. Gonzales just backs up a little bit to give himself a touch of space. He needs to try and head into the final round live here, Gonzales. So if he could just get 2 of these cards, he's got one from the first round, 2 different ones to the one he got in the first round. That would leave him still in with a chance. Just short with the 1-2 there. Mironchikov steps in and got slightly too close, but left to the body there from Mironchikov. Right hand comes back from Gonzales, who claims that second round. A little bit of ill feeling between these two, I think.
Well, it's keenly contested, that's for sure. Remember, a place in the championship final, the prize that awaits the victor. I think Gonzales's body work was pretty effective in that second round. Precious few skunt punches scored upstairs, and that's why Gonzales has been able to battle back to take it on a 3-2 split. So what is that? 2 scorecards tied at 19 points apiece.
I think 2 2018s for Mironchikov and 1 2018 for Gonzales, and 2 level is what we've got. As I said, you could just never rule Gonzales out.
And I think his body work was notable in that second round. Mironchikov not head hunting, but he couldn't tag the head of the man in blue. And I think he was a little bit too conservative, having won the first round 4-1. Gonzales right back in this. It's all on the line with 3 minutes to go.
Well, what we saw in his fight against Odiljon Aslanov Gonzales was the ability to take it up close and punish the body, and he does it again there. That left into the body, he landed that on the big rock-hard Uzbek. However many times in that final round, it was a lot, well into double figures. So into this final round, Mironchikov, Serbia in the red with a slight advantage. Gonzales, USA in the blue with his bit between the teeth here. These two just lean on, and they're having a little bit of a rest. The referee needs to get in and tell them to break there, because there's a little bit of niggle between the pair of them. Gonzales again just steps in and manages to make that left hand to the body reach. Mironchikov came back with a right hand, but interestingly it's Gonzales on the front foot here, stepped in and threw the 1-2 to the head. The heads rubbed together on the inside. Minute down in round 3. And this is a good fight. Left to the body, followed by the right up top from Gonzales. Mironchikov maybe just caught him on the way in there as Gonzales was coming forward. That's a good left hand there, though, from Gonzales. Maybe aimed to the body, ended up hitting the head. Goes up to the head a couple of times there, and then another good combination. And that was some very effective work in that 10-second spell down to the body. Then 2 combinations up to the head. I think in the middle of that, he felt he might have been hit a little bit low, Mironchikov, but there was nothing coming from the referee. Midway through the round, Gonzales is digging in here. He is digging in, and he's having the better of this at the halfway point. He's got an engine, that much we do know. Mironchikov just backing up across the ropes a little bit. Body language-wise, not great signs from him coming into the later stages. Gonzales will come in again with that left to the body. Short right hand up top, flicks a right hand lead almost, and lands again as they lean in up tight. Gonzales works the body once more. He's digging deep here, as he's had to do on numerous occasions in this competition. And when it comes down to the crunch, what he has shown us is that he can deliver, he can respond, and he's doing it again here, deep into the final minute of round 3. Mironchikov just can't get anything going because Gonzales's work rate, his punch output is far superior. And again, he leans in, and as he leans in and goes shoulder to shoulder, it leaves him a little bit of room to work that left hand as he did there. Tired-looking right hand from Mironchikov, then gets hit with the left hand to the body, left hand to the head, left hand to the body. People on their feet around ringside here just roaring Mironchikov on. Remember, he was up 2 points on 2 cards. Gonzales up 2 points on 1 card. 2 cards level going into the final round. Gonzales needs both of them. Mironchikov needs one of them. Surely the blue corner has won that round.
I agree, and the body language, again, so instructive. Despite the pace of the contest that he must be feeling, Gonzales finding the energy to raise both arms, draped over the top rope as he has his gloves removed, is Mironchikov. And this man's investments in body shots from the second round on have served him superbly well, because come the end of the contest, this man could hardly let his hands go. He was either punching or trying to hold just to gain some respite from the incessant, accurate body attack of Gonzales. I think he's a strong winner of that final round and should be going through to contest championship gold. Let's get the official announcement, but a brilliant performance of body punching in round 2 and 3 from Gonzales.
Gonzales gets it. They don't like it in the arena, but I do think that that is the right decision, because the 5 judges at ringside have all gone 10-9 Gonzales in the final round, and they had to. They had to. I challenge anybody to watch that round back and not find in favour of Robby Gonzales, and that's a massive win, because he's down slightly, but still down on the cards going into the 3rd and final round. I had it 1 apiece after the first 2, a different way to how Ron did and how the judges did in full disclosure. But what a final round. We've seen him do it before in this competition. I've seen him do it a couple of times, and he did it again there. And that ability to pull it out when it really matters. And if you get a tight points decision away from home against a host fighter, then you have really earned it. And that's what Gonzales has done there. Terrific. Absolutely terrific. And I think the Serbian fight fans are knowledgeable Serbian fight fans around us. I think if they were honest, at the final bell there, they were probably hoping more than expecting. So Gonzalez makes it 4 out of 4 for USA. What a day that, haven't